Hey, everybody, I'm Rich G.
And I'm BJ Flagg, and this is episode 324, 2024 goal setting, reviewing the past year. I wanted to just say welcome to everybody for the best small business show. We are devoting our December podcast all things goal setting for 2024. And we know you want the best year, and we have what it takes to make it happen.
Yeah, this is the best time to reflect on what you've done in 2023 and make concrete, actionable steps to the 2024 of your dreams.
Yes. So let's get started with our first action. Rich, kick us off.
Okay, so action number one is take time to reflect. Okay, don't look at your stats just yet. Take time away from the business and reflect on where the business is right now. Map out your thoughts. What worked? What didn't work? What didn't you do? What you forgot to do? All these things. Map out your thoughts. You have the ability to review 2023 from a 20,000-foot level, which is unique to anyone else in your company because you have this ability to step outside and look at a global level of your business. And once you've done that, send that same action to your team. Ask them to look at and review 2023. You want to hear what they think worked and didn't work and didn't do and stuff. Tell them to do the same exact thing you're doing. You are preparing them to discuss when you all meet together. And we're going to
Yeah.
talk about that in a few seconds.
Do you feel that this is it's taking them out of their comfort zone for sure because it's anecdotal. They have to actually reflect. They're worried that somebody's gonna, you know, be worried about what they say, and you're like, no, don't be worried. We want to make this company the best company ever. Um, Action two, analytics and stats. So we're going to divide that up. We're going to look at sales. We're going to ask for the numbers. This is pretty typical of what you would do. So you're asking for the numbers, and you want to see all these to have them in your arsenal for the review meeting. You're not asking them to give you any goals. It's just give me the facts. Same thing with marketing. You're really wanting them to kind of prepare a little dog and pony show for what worked and what fell flat. And you want to ask them to just end it on a positive note. Again, no goals. You just want to give them that, I don't know, showcase. We did a lot. You want to give them that ability to do that. The other thing is look at your expenses. If you need to work with your office manager and your accountant to get these together, start early. Start early. People can do this in November. Yes, yes, definitely. But if you've really done a great job on a month-to-month basis, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. They'll tell you the deal. They have the real hard facts of how challenging your year has been, with full of inflation and just the last part of the supply chain issues, right, Rich? It's just a lot.
Yeah, it's good to go and get all these numbers together. And the key word is you're delegating, asking for the numbers, asking for what worked and what didn't work, and asking your office manager or accountant for the numbers because they might tell you you had a great year and you think you had a bad year. Or
Right.
conversely, you think you had a great year and you actually had a bad year. They're going to tell you the truth. But
Right.
the most important part is really getting your people to think more globally and stuff. So I think
Yeah.
this is really good stuff.
Hmm.
Action three is a time for an all hands review meeting. Remember, I mentioned we're going to have this meeting. This is the time to have that meeting. So prior to the meeting request, you need all the stats that you asked people for to be submitted. You need all of the 20,000 foot thinking from them beforehand. It all needs to be submitted because you have to see it all. If any 2024 goals slipped in, don't share those. We're not talking about 2024. We're talking about this year, 2023. So make sure everyone is aware this is a review meeting, not a goals or planning meeting. And a lot of people try to do this year, next year, I want to try. We're not talking about that. Make an agenda. And in the agenda, this is where you stick them solely on reviewing 2023. Choose the presenters and make it fun. Have food. Make this a positive, uplifting meeting for everyone to hear where you came from and listen to the divisions they aren't responsible for. So everybody's talking to everyone else. And as we covered in the last podcast, create a pace that is different from the pace of your regular meetings. This isn't a daily status meeting. This is, we're reviewing what happened all year. People need time to reflect, and your job is to keep the meeting going. And if you can, record the meeting. This is going to help you have a report to send to all your team members. And if you are so inclined, have AI take notes from that recording to summarize your key points. You could do that right in Zoom.
Yeah,
It'll
you're so
summarize
smart.
your notes.
Yeah. And you'll be so happy you did that, because your action number 4 is to take the time to assemble the review. So you got this incredible collection of information from that meeting. You have the stats, you've got your reflections. Now focus your energy on the review of the company's messaging. What are you hoping comes out of the next meeting? You hope there's an understanding from your team level, and you also hope that your reflections for everyone and what they accomplished is clear. Make sure that you have high points, you've got the low points. Every one of them is a learning point. It's so important to be able to capture that. And remember, this is not a plan. Don't make it look like the plan. Make it look like a review. Remind yourself of this as you're putting the bow on the year. You're just getting the information that you want, because the next step, which is new goals and objectives, you want to be ready to be able to get your team psyched and ready to go into that next component.
Yeah, see, this is just kind of like a roadmap to feed into what you're going to do for next year, but it's reviewing. It's going to tell you, again, what worked, what didn't work, what you need to do, and that sort of thing. Also, if you get a chance, ask yourself if you need a professional to chime in after this is all completed. Do you need professionals such as a facilitator or a business coach to read and evaluate your review? This objective review will provide insights, which could be the difference between buy-in from all the stakeholders in the company and the review falling flat. You know, people just shove it in a drawer and they forget about it.
Yeah.
Open to constructive criticism.
Right. And I think that that's the key thing. You know, you want to be able to give people a document that will prepare them for the next step. And it's definitely taken them out of their comfort zone, as we mentioned, but it's so well worth it because you slowed down and you gave it a bit of focus, which is great. So what's our resource for today?
Well, our resource is a book called Smart Growth, How to Grow Your People to Grow Your Company. It's by Whitney Johnson. It's creating a culture of learning and growth.
And I got to tell you, it was written in 2022. It was so well received. Growth is the goal. Helping people develop their potential, enabling them to articulate and become the self that they want to be, capable of being, and the best serves them and others, short-term and long-term. It serves you. So, you know, the book goes over how to grow, how to get the things together, and the 3 points in the growth and learning journey, the launch point, the sweet spot, and the mastery, are all covered with compelling examples. So, you know me, I love this type of book, Rich.
Yeah, these are great books. Well, thank you for tuning in to the best small business show. If this episode has been valuable to you, subscribe and share it with other budding entrepreneurs who could benefit.
And that's all for this week. You can reach out to me at newrenew.com and find Rich at richg.com.
Thanks to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo. Have an unbelievable week, and we'll catch you later.